In a quiet village surrounded by green fields and tall mountains, there was a small chicken farm owned by an old farmer. Every morning, the farm was filled with the sounds of clucking chickens, chirping birds, and cool wind moving through the trees. Life on the farm was simple, peaceful, and ordinary. One stormy night, dark clouds covered the sky. Heavy rain poured down, and powerful winds shook the trees. High above the mountains, an eagle was flying through the storm while carrying an egg to its nest. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind hit the eagle. The egg slipped from its claws and fell toward the ground. By chance, the egg landed safely inside the farmer's chicken yard, right among the other eggs. The next morning, the farmer noticed the strange egg, but thought it belonged to one of the chickens, so he placed it carefully with the other eggs so it could hatch safely. Weeks later, the egg slowly began to crack open. Tiny chicks came out one by one, covered in soft yellow feathers. But one egg was different. From it came a bird much larger than the others, with sharp eyes and unusually strong wings. The chickens looked at the little bird with surprise. "What a strange-looking chicken," one hen said. Still, they raised him as one of their own. The young eagle grew up walking around the farm, pecking grains from the ground and scratching dirt like the chickens. He copied everything they did because he believed he was exactly like them. As the years passed, the eagle became bigger and stronger than every chicken on the farm. His wings were wider, his body was stronger, and his eyes carried a strange spark of power. Yet, deep inside, he always felt different. Whenever he looked toward the sky, something moved inside his heart. One afternoon, while the chickens were eating near the fence, a giant shadow passed over them. The chickens became frightened and quickly ran for cover. But the young eagle looked up. High above the clouds, he saw a magnificent bird flying proudly through the sky. Its huge wings moved gracefully with the wind as it soared higher and higher. The young eagle stared in amazement. "What is that beautiful bird?" he asked. An old chicken replied, "That is an eagle, the king of the skies." The young eagle's eyes widened. "Can we fly like that too?" he asked softly. The chickens immediately started laughing. "Of course not," one chicken said. "We are chickens. We belong on the ground." "You should stop dreaming about impossible things," another chicken added. The young eagle slowly lowered his head. For a moment, he believed them. Days passed, but he could not forget the eagle in the sky. Every evening, he secretly climbed onto a rock near the farm and stared toward the mountains. Deep inside his heart, he felt a strange calling. One day, he gathered courage and asked the oldest chicken on the farm, "Why do I feel different from everyone else?" The old chicken sighed and replied, "Because you think too much. Accept your life. We are born to stay on the ground." The young eagle tried to believe those words, but something inside him refused to accept them completely. A few days later, another eagle appeared in the sky. This time, it flew lower over the farm. The powerful bird noticed a young eagle standing among the chickens and became curious. It landed on a nearby tree. The chickens ran away in fear, but the young eagle stood still, staring at the majestic creature. The wild eagle looked at him carefully and asked, "Why are you living with chickens?" The young eagle replied quietly, "Because I am a chicken." The wild eagle smiled gently. "No, you are not," it said. "Look at your wings. Look at your strength. You were born to fly." "But I cannot fly," the young eagle said nervously. "The chickens told me it is impossible." "The chickens fear the sky because they were not made for it," the wild eagle replied. "But you are different. You are an eagle. Your place is above the clouds." The young eagle felt both excited and afraid. "What if I fall?" he asked. The wild eagle looked directly into his eyes and replied, "What if you fly?" Those words echoed deeply inside his heart. The next morning, before sunrise, the wild eagle took him to the edge of a high cliff near the mountains. Strong wind rushed around them. The young eagle looked down and became terrified. "I cannot do this," he whispered. "Yes, you can," the wild eagle said firmly. "You have spent your entire life believing small thoughts. Today, believe in yourself." The young eagle slowly spread his wings. They trembled in the powerful wind. Fear filled his mind. Behind him was the safe life of the chicken farm. Ahead of him was the unknown sky. For a moment he closed his eyes and remembered every time the chickens laughed at him, every time they told him he was weak, and every dream he had hidden inside his heart. Then he took a deep breath and jumped. At first, he dropped quickly through the air. Fear rushed through his body, but suddenly the wind caught his wings. Something awakened inside him. He spread his wings wider and wider, and then he began to rise. Higher and higher he flew. The mountains became smaller below him. Cold air rushed past his feathers as he soared freely across the bright morning sky. For the very first time in his life, he felt truly free. At that moment, the young eagle finally understood the truth. He had never been a chicken. He had only believed what others told him. From that day on, the eagle never returned to live like a chicken again. He flew high above the mountains, above the clouds, and above every fear that once held him back. And sometimes he flew over the old farm, hoping the other chickens might also look up one day and realize that fear should never decide who they become. Many people live their entire lives believing the limits placed on them by others. They hide their dreams, doubt their abilities, and never discover their true potential. But those who dare to believe in themselves can rise higher than they ever imagined. Moral of the story: never let others decide your potential. You were born to fly higher than your fears.